Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle is probably the best mobile game of all time for me personally. Now, even though it is my personal best game, it is definitely not the most perfect game to experience. So in today's video, I've created 5 different ideas for Dokkan to add or change in order to make it slightly better. Nothing unrealistic, but just cool things that they can add. So let's jump into it. If you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as we have daily content here on this YouTube channel about Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Now, the first thing that I have here is pretty simple. As you might know, if you press and hold on a character during battle, you can see what link levels they've got activated at that current moment in time. But also with that, you can see the active skill as well as the passive skill. Pretty much we're just using what they have provided us with the link levels, where it highlights what is activated with the passive skill. So it looks something like this, where it will show you what part of the passive skill is activated. Not only will this make it easier to read what is activated, since you only need to read what is most important, but also what's not activated. And this can go as far as to see if guard is activated or not for the turn, and what defense and attack stats you are missing until you attack or super attack, and how much attack and defense you have gotten out of the max limit. I'm using Gamma 1 here as the example. As you can see, we have 60% out of 100 because he's only received 3 attacks, which means he has not provided the medium chance to critical hit starting from the turn in which the character has the 5th attack in battle. The next idea that I have is about link leveling. This is probably my favorite idea, to be honest. And that is guest link leveling or friend link leveling. In every single battle that we do, we have to bring a friend unit or a guest unit. And why not make that a part of the link leveling experience? So when you do use that guest or friend, they have a chance to link level as well. So it makes link leveling a lot faster for everyone. It provides some sort of idle system for link leveling. You don't have to play the game to link level. And I'm pretty sure this will influence people to change their friend unit to the newest unit in game, which I think is a good thing. Also, people that are inactive will also get the bonus. At least if you find that friend that is still using Bojack as the friend leader, at least he will be link level 10, making his stats somewhat decent still. And I wanted to add this as like a sub point, but link leveling, I would like to see changed to an XP bar. Now, I can't afford a good animator to show you this, but I got this image here that I edited, and it will show you how much of the bar is filled up for a link level. Pretty self-explanatory. I just want the solution for that one unit that always sits at like level 5 links, while the rest of these links are at like level 10, which is really annoying. Even if it takes a little bit longer to link level 10 a unit, I think the fact that it's guaranteed is a much more better sight than just to rely on RNG, to be honest. Now, moving on, Dokkan has used the leader skill system since the beginning of time, where one of your characters in your team is the leader, providing a boost to all your other characters. Been pretty stale recently. I like the change of categories. I like the change of an additional 30% for a subcategory, but I think they can spice it up a little bit by adding different stats other than HP, attack, and defense. This might be a little bit broken, so like providing a unit extra 5 dodge, adding damage reduction to the leader skill would be insane. They can even play around with it where you don't have as much defense. So like HP attack plus 150%, defense plus 60%, and the damage reduction by 30%. Makes some units a bit overpowered. So that's why I do recommend just like adding 5% damage reduction. So just remember you have 2 leader skills. Or maybe you can subtract the defense altogether, add damage reduction by 50%. And that way you can maybe split 50% damage reduction with a guest leader of the typical 200%. That would be really fun. Maybe broken, but it'd be really fun. They can go with additional critical, or a percentage in increasing the additional attack chance. Or they can go back to the old roots of lowering attack and defense for all the opponents, but still giving attack, HP, and defense. Just something extra, especially if they were built around being an ESBR unit. That lowering attack would be really nice. Or if they allowed more bosses to be lowered attack, then obviously that effect would be tremendous. As you guys know, leader skills work off rotation as well. They've been doing that kind of thing with support units, so why not activate it for leader skills? Now, my 4th idea is another quality of life change. If you've ever link leveled, you know what that red button does. Pretty much, it asks you to replay the stage, use the stamina. I wanted to streamline that system, maybe add an extra option where it says use the same team. So then you don't have to go and select a friend unit and press the start button. These extra streamlined options make it really fast link level. You'll see it more apparent in the world tournament. Instead of going and pressing onto the next qualifying stage and having to select your friend unit because the friend system is so bad that you have to find the AoE unit that you want to use. Instead, it just goes straight to the next stage using the same friend leader. Why not? They allow you to use the same guest multiple amounts of times. You're not entirely missing out on anything. The only thing is, if you select a friend unit, that's where the problems have. But you just have to allow everybody to use the same friend unit over and over again at that point. This quality of life change would make World Tournament grinding a lot faster and link leveling a lot faster. Now, the last and final thing that I have here is probably my most ambitious idea, and this will solve the issue of aging units. As you guys know, EZAs are pretty much meant for a unit to return back to the meta and be a current unit based on the difficulty of the current events. Now, some EZA units grown old and are not usable anymore in this current stage of events. And instead of an EZA 2 per se, I would like a different way of upgrading a unit. And I have thought about this idea of skill orbs. Now, we have a bronze slot, a silver slot, and a gold slot, but not a rainbow slot. So let's make a fourth slot being the rainbow slot. Not entirely out of the ordinary, since Dokkan has EZA medals of rainbow. They have support items for rainbow rarity and awakening items for rainbow rarity. So why not make a skill orb rarity for the rainbow? It could be progressive to unlock, just like how in order to get the gold slot, you have to unlock 2 routes, but maybe the rainbow slot is for 4 routes unlocked. Or you can do it how the Ella androids got their EZA medals, which is completing Dokkan events a certain amount of times or completing stages a certain amount of times with the unit. That way you have to use the unit in order to actually upgrade it. Or another way is making sure that the whole unit is link level 10 in order to unlock that 4th slot. Now, for an EZA, it upgrades the leader skill of the unit, the super attack mechanic of the unit majority of the time, and the passive skill of the unit. With this rainbow slot, I think the best thing would be to change only one thing. Maybe give us multiple options for multiple different situations. For example, if a unit really doesn't need a passive skill upgrade and you'd rather just have like the leader skill upgrade, then go for it. 30% extra in stats goes well with very defensive units, since you don't have to rely on their super attack or their damage output. You can change the super attack effect to add stun if they don't have stun to begin with. Great for ESBR, SBR, greatly raise attack and defense. Maybe if a unit has raise attack and defense, you can upgrade it to greatly raise attack and defense. Works well with stackers. Or a simple passive change, upgrading the percentages that they currently have. Maybe one of the effects. I don't think it has to be a full change. Or adding a whole new line to the passive. So if a unit doesn't have damage reduction, you can provide them with damage reduction. So those were my ideas to make Dokkan a little bit better. You let me know what you guys think about these ideas. Are any of them a bit outrageous to you? Do you see it happening some point in the future in Dokkan Battle? And if you have your own little changes or additions, leave it down in the comment section down below. Maybe we make it into a community thing. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have daily Dokkan Battle videos here on the channel. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, as always.